Welcome back to another episode of Producergrind Podcast. Carrington and JB with me.
Yo.
CNO the building was good.
Yeah, what's happening, man? What's
Needs no
happening?
introduction.
No, for real, man. Pleasure to be here, man.
Alrighty, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, man. So I was looking at your Wikipedia, bro. It says you got over 7,000 placements.
Yeah. I've been making beats for a long time. You know
How
what
do
I'm
you get
saying?
7,000 placements?
That's a lot.
I thought it was a typo. I'm like 700 maybe.
Nah, it's more than 700. You know, I've been making beats since like '98, man. Me and my brother over here had a record label back in. We had tapes. Like we was passing out tapes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like from then to now, it's I ain't never stopped working, man. You know, I had it's that. So you know, it's probably I lost count, man. I don't know where that 7,000 placements came from, but it's up there. You know what I'm saying? Shit, me and Gucci got about 200 alone. So you know what I'm saying? It's up there. If you go looking, like the other day I went to my BMI just to look at the catalog, the song catalog, man. You know what it said? Too many songs.
It said too many though? You couldn't
I'll
even see
pull it
how
up
many?
right now. It say too many songs.
broke the website.
I broke the site, man. I broke the BMI site, man.
You don't even know
man,
how many you got registered.
I don't know.
Wow.
I just know I just keep registering, man. It's just like too many songs.
Well, take us all the way back to the beginning, man. All the way back to Michigan, man, where it all started.
Back in Michigan, man, it was like, like niggas ain't had no money. You know what I'm saying? Niggas hustle to do what they had to do, you know. Like I seen my brother hustling, but I wasn't really like in the streets like that. Then after a while, I'm like 14 years old. Well, actually 13, my brother got killed, and then we moved to Water Relief, Michigan, with a number of white people there. And it was nothing to do. I was bored. My mama had bought us a computer. And so after that, I was, playing games. I had went and found like a little boot CD, used to have these little games on there. And so I popped it in there, and I got tired of the game. And then after that, I had found this thing that said Rebirth on it. I didn't know what it was. Yeah. So I was playing around with it. It was a beat machine. I was like, oh, shit, this motherfucker make beats. So, I'm making beats on the computer. And that's when I started, like, really, really getting serious into making beats. I had, like, left the house at, like, 14, you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want to be on Water Relief no more. So I left. Like, I walked back to Benton Harbor. I was like, I didn't want to be there no more. So, when I came back, I did this talent show, and I hooked up with my boy, you know what I'm saying? That's my brother, who I call my brother, JD. And he was like, man, you cold, you should, rap. So we started, like, handing out tapes and stuff, that I recorded back in Water Relief. I had this song called It's Time to Roll. And after that, it just started, taking off. And so I started doing beats for everybody in the hood. Then after a while, it was just like, it only had like 2 sounds on it, so we had to upgrade. So then I went to the DR5. Niggas was like, damn, man, you doing all that shit on a rolling DR5? I was like, yeah. And they was like, yo, we ain't gonna call you CNOTE no more. We're gonna call you Honorable CNOTE. So that's, where the name came from. And it just, from there on, it just, just kept grinding, you know what I'm saying? Then I started hustling. You know what I'm saying? We ain't had no money, because back in the day, hardware costed a lot of money. We didn't have like Fruity Loops where you can just go download the VST. You had to have some money to invest into like the hardware. So it took me a long time to hustle up on some money to get this Motif 6. It was a Yamaha Motif 6. They cost like $1,600 back in the day. So a nigga had to sell dope to get a Motif 6, because, I wasn't selling beats like that, or I wasn't. So a nigga had to figure out a way to hustle. So
this one, you're like 14 and 15?
Yeah, and this was more like 17, 18, out of high school type shit. And you know what I'm saying? Man, that's, after I got the Motif, I started learning how to sample. I started learning how to, do those type of things, like more like Kanye, because back then it was Kanye West, Just Blaze. They was running shit with Rockefeller, so it was just like, damn, if you ain't got no sampler, you can't even compete with what they got going on. So that's why I wanted that keyboard. So, and after that, it was just like, kept on putting out music, but it
were you
wasn't
making
nothing
those
shit.
kind of beats, like New York type beats?
Yeah, I'm cold with that New York shit. Like, if you go back there, you hear some shit like, it's definitely in the track record. I got some shit like, speed up samples, like it. And I done survived a couple of generations, man.
Was there anyone in your family that was like into music, or like how did you just like
It was just something I
picked. Or anything?
No, it was really just something I always wanted to do. Like my grandma had a piano, but she never played it. My grandma could sing, but it was just really something I knew that was gonna get us out the hood. Like I was like, yo, if it was like everybody else rapping, fucking I'm gonna make beats. Because all of us rapping ass niggas ain't finna just make it about this bitch. So, somebody gotta make beats. So I was like, fuck it, I'll do it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta take the hit for the team.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
So you was talking about how you was hustling and stuff and using the streets.
Mhm.
Usually like producers, they don't have that type of energy, Like I'm not saying they're not supposed to do that, but usually producers like, yo, I'm gonna sit at home and I'm gonna wait on it, you know what I'm saying? So when you got around these artists and stuff, a lot of artists, they hustle, So
Yeah.
does that relationship, does that make you have like a better understanding of what they do? So, you know what I'm saying? That helps you.
Yeah, like going through poverty, being like coming from where I come from, it help you understand niggas, period. You got the same mindset, like, you know what I'm saying? The only thing that kind of hold me back is I got that same, even though I'm not a rapper, you know what I'm saying? As a producer, I got that, shit, I'm street nigga too, so you ain't never got to rap on C-No beat no more. I got that type of, you know what I'm saying? So I had to kind of like get that out of me too, man. That was something I had to work on, because it's pride. You know what I'm saying? I call it nigga pride. Like, you got that, oh, fuck you then, nigga. You ain't gonna pay? All right, bet. You ain't never gonna worry about rapping over C-No beat no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that's a demon I had to deal with, because that don't help at all. That's not the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I learned a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lot of, a lot of people call me OG or something. I'm a lot of big brothers to people, but them down south niggas taught me a lot. I have a Midwest mentality, man. And it kind of it'll hold you back if you don't peep it early. You know what I'm saying?
What is a Midwest mentality?
A Midwest mentality is fuck you, pay me. Basically, you know what I'm saying? It's like it holds you back. You know what I'm saying? When Metro came down here, he was like more of a mover and a shaker. He gonna mess with this person, but we kind of like stay in our own lane. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like you know what I'm saying? But after a while, man, I had to learn. It was a unlearn and relearn type of thing. Like, I had to learn, like, that ain't the way you kind of like. That's kind of like retarded. You know what I'm saying? It's like a retarded way of thinking. Like, you're not gonna come up that way, fam. Like, there's a lot of things that I done learned that I had to unlearn and relearn. Like, I was like being real, or my perception of being real was like when somebody make a song and you don't like it, I don't care who in the room. I'm telling niggas I don't like that song.
Damn, crushing their dreams,
Yeah,
crushing
the
their
niggas would
hurting
be like-
feelings.
And don't tell them why I don't like it. Just say you don't like it. That's some you're an asshole, bro.
Right.
That's like
Yeah.
some hating ass shit. So I
For
had
real?
to learn. Yeah, to me it is, because you're like, if you're in a room and you're creating with creatives, and you're in a room and you're the producer, bro, and these niggas rapping over your beat, and you tell these niggas I don't like that shit, and you don't have a way to work around of why you don't like it.
Mhm.
That's negative energy. You know what I'm saying? That
Like
energy.
constructive criticism.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? If
I
you
feel
go
you.
around successful people, man, they do things like they say, they don't even say I don't like shit. They say, maybe we should
Mm.
you know what I'm
Give
saying?
suggestions. Give suggestions.
Yeah, they give suggestions and shit. You
Let's
know,
try
niggas, we
something
be like,
else.
nah, that's some
Maybe we-
bullshit. Go to the next beat, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Try again, like, you know what I'm
snap.
saying? Nigga pulling out the sniper rifle. Like, damn.
Now,
So,
what if it's your man's though?
Huh?
What if it's your man's though?
I mean, yeah, nah, yes, 2 thumbs down, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? But it's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not the older me. That's the younger me. But the older, the me now is like, it's not. If you're building something, right? You're gonna kick down the bricks, or you're gonna pick out the good things that you like about it and build off of that.
I feel you on
You know
that.
what I'm saying? That's a producer mentality. I learned
Yeah.
that shit from like 2 Chainz. He made me realize that shit. He called me a hater one day. You know what I'm saying? I had to sit, because them Virgos, man, they funny as a motherfucker, but they hit you with some jabs and you'll be like, hold on, man, this nigga kind of right, man. Like, damn, I am kind of like a, and so that helped me, like, let's say we'll do 5 songs and I don't like none of the songs. I used to be like, man, I'm gonna just keep on making beats. Now I'll be like, yo, give me that. Let me see that. And I'll change it. And then I'll come back to the table and be like, yo, what you think about this?
What you mean? You take the songs and
rearrange the beat the way I see it, or add instruments, take instruments out. You know what I'm saying? Being more hands-on producer instead of just saying I don't like something. You know what I'm saying? It's being more hands-on. So your homeboy can be rapping over a beat, right? And you think it's some bullshit what he's saying, but actually you can add and subtract some things and make that bullshit sound nice. You know, people say, you know, you can make bullshit sound good. A lot of people turn, you know, shit into sugar.
Is there any particular songs, like any of your big songs, like where you like really went back and reworked them in post-production?
A lot of them, you know, most of my songs are post-production. I learned that a while ago. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of songs I hear, you know, artists are more comfortable to let me get the session and be like, you know, let CNO do what he do with it, because, you know, I'm real like, some artists don't let me do it. They're like, no, we like it like that. And I'm like, all right. I ain't finna argue with you, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Because I heard Gucci say, like, he doesn't even go back and, like, ever redo shit. Like, he's like, that was a vibe in the moment, and I don't want to have to change the vibe up.
Yeah, we had words about that one time. So it was like, you know, he lets me do it, man. You know what I'm saying? That's my big bro, man. One time he was in the studio, and he was like, CNO, man, I don't be redoing people's shit. You know, I said, man, I don't like, man, you like slurred. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you slurred on this part, man. I can't really understand what you say. He said, man, I don't be taking people's opinions and shit.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, shit. I mean, that's my opinion. You gonna hear it. And then he looked at me, and he was like, bet. And he went in there and he changed it. And I was like, damn, that's what's up.
What's like a mistake? Like you were talking back on like the mentality of like being like constructive criticism versus being like an asshole.
Yeah.
Like, what is that a mistake that you see a lot of younger guys make, or like, and what can they do to like change that?
I mean, some young guys like that. You know what I'm saying? It's about how you approach things. You know what I'm saying? My approach is, I learned that sometimes I could come off as real straightforward. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean nothing by it. It's just.
But then, you know, some people are like, "Oh, it's business. Keep your feelings out of it." But then it's like you also gotta like,
yeah, you know, like it's balance. You know what I'm saying? It's balance in everything you do.
I like straightforward though. I like straightforward because then you don't gotta pick through the bullshit.
Yeah. I am straightforward, but some people know how to make straightforward look
suggestions.
Nice. You know what I'm saying?
Straightforward
suggestions. You know, package it up. Sometimes people don't want to be with the straightforward guy all the time. They don't want to be in the room with the straightforward motherfucker. Oh, here come this nigga. You know what I'm saying? You get that type of feel. Oh, this nigga. What's up, man? Man, shit chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, all right, nigga, you got to figure out how to. You know, that come from like being like dragged as a producer. Like you kind of carry, you know, coming from one, you know what I'm saying? You kind of like carry shit, and so had to figure out how to, you know what I'm saying, a balance between that. You know what I'm saying, in order to move through certain rooms. Yeah, I am a producer, but I ain't no skinny nigga neither though. You know what I'm saying? I ain't like, you know what I'm saying? Some people can be intimidated by size. So a lot of those things I had to take in consideration, you know, coming to me, because it's like, you know, I'm a producer, but I ain't no lame ass nigga neither. You know what I'm saying? So,
did you find, like, would you say you reached a level of success in Michigan, and what was the main reason you moved to Atlanta?
Yeah, I could say I reached a level of success in Michigan because, like, Michigan is straightforward. Like, in Michigan, like, you know, we used to throw these parties, right? We used to throw these parties, and I should have, like, what was that? Who was, like, Usher come on, the whole dance floor, everybody, tell me again, everybody going crazy and shit. Yeah, niggas dancing and shit. Soon a nigga hear some audible CNO shit, nigga, the flow empty than a bitch. You like, damn. I'm like, man, you know what? Y'all got me fucked up. I'm finna go to the crib and I'm finna make beats for like 20 hours, you know what I'm saying? So I'll be making beats. All right, we finna throw another, you know, my brother finna throw another party next week. Let's see what they think about this. We go to the studio, make some hard shit. Oh yeah, this shit hard. Let's go. Playing again. Tell me again. Yeah. Everybody dancing. The new shit come on. Flow empty. Oh, these niggas again.
Dang.
They don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like make you have like, you know what I'm saying? That's why like some of my beats is like, you know, when you come on, it like grab your attention, because it's like, bitch, you gonna listen to me. That's where that come from. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thankful for that because it made me like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't give up on something, it's gonna grow you. You know what I'm saying? So it made me like, Dark Knight Dumbo, man, when shit like that come on, I'm like, well, damn, you know what I'm saying? That took me on a ride. That's like, bitch, y'all gonna keep on ignoring me? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
But it's also like you were competing with Usher. Like, it wasn't like that's a pretty high bar to play your music right after an Usher song, like the biggest Usher song.
I want to compete with the best.
Right.
I never in my life competed with nobody and said, I'm the best in my city. I never did that. I always was like, oh, Kanye West the best? I'm on his head. Oh, Just Blaze going crazy. Oh, I'm on your head, Just. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't more like a when I seen like you, like I look up to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But it's more like that's the bar. Like if you're trying to get out the hood, you're gonna compete with a nigga. You can go over his house. What the fuck is that? Like I'm competing with you, for nigga. I can see you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to compete with a motherfucker. I can't. You know?
I can see you.
Yeah. We both eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and shit. Broke down a bitch. I'm not competing with you, nigga. We need to be working together. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I definitely want to I wanted to definitely talk about how your production style, like how you said with the Trippie Redd record, like. Your beats was like stands out to me the most is like it's like almost like create a movie in somebody's head. Like where'd you even find that? Like how some people they make beats where it's like even I make beats sometimes where it's like I mean it's a hard beat but it's nothing like memorable. It's no story in it. So talk about like
shit orchestral.
Yeah, like it's like
orchestral.
But some people try to make an orchestra beat though. But it's like how you take the components of an orchestra, like the climax and all that stuff, to make a beat where like still tells a story.
It come from studying music, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went through I'm not young, so I went through stages and like, you go through stages in life as a producer, you be like, okay, I want to, like for me personally, I can't say every producer do this, but me personally, my first thing was studying Bobby Womack, who's my all-time favorite singer, artist. Bobby Womack, I found a record in my grandma's house. My grandma, after your grandma turned Christian, she hid all her records. I found my grandma's stash. I found the secret stash.
NWA in there, Snoop Dogg, like all kinds of stuff.
After your grandma, she don't want to, she sanctified, so, I done found her secret stash, bro. Yeah. So, what I'm saying? I'm going through the record player. I find Bobby Womack. I find all her goodies that she used to listen to when she was young. So, I run across Bobby Womack and 110th Street play. Across 110th Street. The intro of that's doom, 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 doom. I played that like 50 times. Like, yo, how the fuck? So I started listening. I'm like, what instrument is that? I'm like, nobody ever taught me how to, you know what I'm saying, what instrument was. So I had to sit down and actually be like, okay, what is that? Okay, that's called a bass. That's some strings. That's this. And it come together and make this. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So that's how it was like that. Then after that, when I moved to Waterville, I hung around some, like, I wanted to do music, and the guys in, suburban areas, they have guitars. Like, all of them play guitar. So then I learned about classical rock, ABBA, Jefferson Starship, in a year long. So I studied that with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I didn't really like it, but I liked some of the stuff in it. And then I became a classical rock fan. Then from classical rock, like if you hear, then from classical rock, I went to orchestra. Yeah. And started, studying like, you know what I'm saying, strings and stuff like that. And like one time my boy Sapphire had this, like the time I was, studying string, my boy Sapphire had this crazy ass violinist, but she was a genius, but she was crazy as a motherfucker. So I'm like, hey, Sapphire, he played me, he sent me a beat and a violin on. I'm like, who that playing the violin? He was like, man, she crazy, but check her out. You know what I'm saying? So I found her and she ended up living in Atlanta. So I had like this 1-bedroom apartment. I was like, yo, you can sleep on the couch. You know what I'm saying? You cold the violin. I'm making beats, you know what I'm saying? So we sat there and we just smoked weed, and she taught me everything I wanted to know about orchestra. Like, she just sat there and she laid that shit out for me. We sat there and got high. But then she started like tripping, like, oh, you guys are in the Illuminati or some shit.
I
don't know what the fuck.
She was crazy.
Like, yeah, she's like, you're not gonna hurt me or anything. Hey, get the fuck out of here. You a white girl, I'm a big black ass nigga.
Hell no, you say none of that shit.
It was when y'all smoking? It was out of nowhere. It was when y'all was smoking?
No, she was just, It was cool. I don't know what happened, bro. But when people started switching like that, man, we're musicians, so we deal with a lot of spirits. You know what I'm saying? Music is spiritual. It depends on what type of level you hit with your, with your music. You'll understand and stuff. Like a lot of things don't happen just to be happen. Like you're a spiritual being, so you're gonna get attacked. You're gonna get spiritual attacks. You know what I'm saying? That's just some whole other stuff that we could talk on later on, but. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to cope or deal with that, you know what I'm saying? A lot of things, depression, anxiety, you know what I'm saying? Some people deal with that differently. And and then you got things that, she could have been through some shit in her past that kind of fucked her up from dealing with people, you know what I'm saying? So I try not to judge people with this. The shit was funny, but she taught me a lot of stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? She taught me a whole lot of shit, like as far as like, stacking instruments and what, like, when you making beats from nothing, you'll think like, oh shit, nigga, you'll hear something big and you'll be like, that's an 8 chord. They use 8 chords. So I gotta find all 8 chords. But really it'd be like 20 instruments stacked playing the same thing. So it tricked the shit out of me. So I figured it out. So, it's just like, all right, now I got all these tools that I done learned from stages in my life and I just combine them. Like the first 2020 beat was that, if you hear on Future first album, Pluto. What's the name of that song? Long Little Pimp? Yeah. Don, 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 don. That's old girl was in my house. We'll be in there making some hard ass beats. And she'll be in there. She was like, yo, we'll be in there. Had a 1-bedroom with the studio in my bedroom going crazy in that motherfucker. So that's where that sound kind of arrived from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just the mixture of all that, me understanding, then going into studying things like orchestras, Trans-Siberian orchestra. They cold.
It sound like a dog. A Trans-Siberian?
You never heard of?
Nah, Trans-Siberian.
Yeah, they do Christmas music and all that stuff.
Like Christmas music. Christmas music is hard. They
probably seen it. Like a viral video with the lights and
man,
stuff.
Christmas music is hard, man.
Yeah,
Every producer should listen to Christmas music or their Christmas music because they shit hard.
I bet.
With the way the game is set up, for the young guys, do you think it's necessary to go back and get as extensive knowledge on like that, like, you know what I'm saying, as far as the history of music and orchestration and all that stuff? I
mean, it's all a part of growth, like if you want to, but not everything at your fingertips, man. I wouldn't be surprised if in 2 years, nigga, you can hum something and the shit to play. You know what I'm saying? It's that easy.
I think they already got that.
They already got that shit, man. That'll let you know where you know what I'm saying? But I think that's what separate me from a lot of, producers is, you know what I'm saying? I can metamorph and, you know what I'm saying, change to what I want to. And you can do it now too, shit. It's not your fault that it's easy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't be a nigga be like, oh, nigga, in my day, you sound like a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody likes that shit, man. You got to understand, like, it was at one point, you know what I'm saying, when your parents didn't like rap music. And you was like, man, my mom's tripping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when these niggas go on here, nigga, it's a different vibe. If you going on there and you mumbling, I don't give a fuck. If that shit feel good, it feel good. That's your vibe. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, I'm gonna do what I like. If you don't like it, don't like it, nigga. This is what I bring to the table, though. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? But as a producer, and if you love what you do, you're gonna automatically do that anyway. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do that.
Become a student.
You're going to become a student of the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a student of the game. Even now, like, I'm finna go take, piano lessons just to take them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I come from, like, Dr. Dre, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of them. Like, I still get jealous when I see people play the piano freely. Yeah, and I feel like a little special ed kid.
Crazy.
Special ed.
Because I only play the black keys. So, you know what I'm saying? You kind of feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, man, what chord was that? That nigga just, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I got a question. Do you hear a lot of lazy beats?
What is a lazy beat, though?
Because, okay, so I say that because I forgot who we had on here, right? And he was talking about Missy Elliott. Oh, it was Remix God. Remix Wade.
Yeah.
And he was talking about he went with linking with Miss Elliott. She was like, you know what? Your beats are good, but I think you're lazy. And putting all this time to, like, stack sounds and all this stuff, it requires a little bit more work. So you think it's, like, unintentional laziness, or maybe is it a lack of knowledge?
Lack of knowledge. It's a lack of knowledge, but then everything's so easy, it's laziness too. You know what I'm saying? Like a nigga, like everything's so easy. Like right now, man, if I'm in the studio and I want to create something, I can't do it with an artist in there. You know why? Because they're so used to like beats getting cooked up in 5 minutes, and they like, oh, I'm ready to go now. So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? I prepared my drums, so like soon I hit them, they ready. You know what I'm saying? But you know, as a producer coming, I don't think it's lazy beats. I think it's not knowing and things working. You know what I'm saying? Like if I make a 5-minute beat and that motherfucker go triple platinum, it's working for you. So if you're in the game to make money, you know what I'm saying, what some people are, it's you're accomplishing your goal. My goal is not money. My goal is to change the soundscape. You know, it always has been. It always been it takes me a minute. Like I might disappear and not come to nobody's studio session for like 6 months. Niggas might not see CNO. What's CNO? But I'm making beats every day, and I'm coming with something that you best believe before the year is over, I'm gonna come with something that's gonna smack the fuck out of everybody. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like 1 year is New Level, next year is Dark Knight Dome. I got one coming out this year. You know what I'm saying? Or I might do pop, like me and Mark Ronson was in the studio. I did 2 on his album with him. You know what I'm saying? A True Song with him and Alicia Keys. I did some other shit, man. These are big names, and so it's kind of embarrassing to kind of like forget. Christina Aguilera did her single with Kanye. Like, you know, you do things like that, and it kind of like go under the radar, and then I get back on my bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's all about what you know do. Like, I really thrive off making hard beats. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I really like to do. It ain't like the money. I would do this if it didn't involve money. You know what I'm saying? If I didn't make money, I'd probably be I'd probably be hustling or making a 9-to-5 job, but still be making beats right now. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I really genuinely like to do.
Right.
Like some niggas like chasing females, or some niggas like doing other things. I like to make beats. You know what I'm saying? I really enjoy doing that shit because I don't have to kill you if I make beats. You know what I'm saying? I can take my emotion out on my music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
what's your favorite part of making beats? Like, what's your favorite part of the process?
The favorite part is finding something it's kind of hard right now, but finding something I ain't never did or coming up on something that ain't been done. And I do that yearly. And niggas take that shit and don't give me credit for what but you know, it's cool. I ain't tripping on that, but I do this yearly. Finding something that somebody ain't doing or using something that somebody ain't using. That's like you find gold. Cause you go, like, really, man, that's a stressful period, man. You be mad as fuck for about 6 months till you find like what you looking for. It's like you looking for gold, and your brain is like, you know, that's extensive. And then you come up with it, and then like a bigger producer, I want to say a producer working with a bigger artist to take your shit in. You know what I'm saying? You're like, all right, cool, man.
Without like talking about like, oh,
where you get it from or nothing. You don't know, or I won't come in and be like, yo, C-Note, man, you know, I fuck with your shit, man. You know, let's break. They won't do none of that. They just, and it's cool. I'm finna go back and, you know what I'm saying, recook up. And I've been in worse situations, you know what I'm saying?
What's one of those discoveries like that you, like in the past, like that you felt like you were one of the first people to do it?
Bro, I promise to God, tell them to comment. You know what I'm saying? Let people comment. The people that watch producing and have been watching the game, tell them to leave a comment, and they'll tell you. I promise you they will. They're going to say a couple of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like being cocky or saying, you know, I did. And really, you know what I'm saying? It just...
Is the triplets one of them?
You know it. You know what I'm saying?
You know, going crazy with the triplets, though.
Yeah. The triplets, the distortion, the way it's going out. You know it. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple of things, you know. It just...
Can you tell us about that distortion? Because that's one of the questions people had submitted when we had asked people to submit questions. They're like, yo, tell us how he got that distortion is so grimy but so clean at the same time.
It's the way it's my own little thing of going from time, you know, time traveling. Messing with this producer, messing with this producer. You know, it was a time where I didn't do nothing but listen to electric guitar, so I know how to tune distortion. You know what I'm saying? It's simple as that, you know. One time I was in a studio with this producer, big producer too. He was listening to my beats. He was like, yeah, I been did distortion. And then his engineer was like, yeah, but yours not like CNOTE'S. And he got mad. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
Oh, my lame ass nigga.
I bet when they watch this, they gonna get mad again.
bro, I'll fire that engineer. He dogged me out like that, bro. I'm like, damn, bro.
But it was the truth, though, man. You know what I'm saying? You coming in on your high horse and shit. You know, I did this back in. You know, it ain't the same. I'm like, damn, man. Like niggas looked up to you, but whatever.
Ooh, you know, they see this, they gonna get mad again.
Huh?
They gonna get mad again like the same day. Like the same heat gonna be in the chest like the same
man,
day when they
just
see the
it.
video.
But you know, I just noticed, man, if you like, you don't have like, if you be humble about certain shit, you can see the whole playing field. If you walk in on a high horse, man, motherfuckers just waiting for you to fall off that bitch so they can laugh at you anyway. So I just choose the humble route. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that though. Sure.
You know what I'm saying? When you choose the humble route, you can see everything. You can see everything and how shit moving, and that's how I stick around for so long. Oh shit! Oh, this generation. Oh, y'all got y'all money, or y'all tripping, or y'all feeling like cool. I'll go a generation under y'all and go work with them. And you know what I'm saying? You come up with shit, and then people like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I move. Like it's just like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a problem with resetting. I come from nothing, so it's just like I feel like everybody has their time, and like if you stay grounded, you'll have your time when it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. And so I always choose to stay like ground level with my shit. Like, so I can see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I gotta see what's going on. Cause I seen the bottom and I seen the top. It's not really, to me, it's not fun at the top. You know what I'm saying? If like the high horse shit, it's not fun for me. You know what I'm saying? I like being in the mud.
What you mean, like
with it.
ego, having too much ego?
Yeah,
or?
it's not fun. I tried it for a minute, and you know what I'm saying.
Well, I mean, that's kind of hard to like take the well, no, it's not hard to take the humble route. But when you in like when everything is telling you I'm this shit, I make all this money, I got this card, I do this, and this. It's like they telling you like you supposed to like flex on people. You supposed to do this.
Yeah, you will, but all right.
Especially all the rappers and stuff you look up to do it.
Right.
But it's just like this, bro. I come from Benton Harbor, Michigan, right? And this is how I keep it level. All the niggas that was the niggas I looked up to coming up, you know what I'm saying? They was selling plenty of dope, but they was hot, you know what I'm saying? End up getting like 10 years in the feds, you know what I'm saying? And then you got this old dirty motherfucker who had more work than everybody and don't nobody know when he moved, and he's still out. He moving. Then you got this nigga, you know what I'm saying? He learned how to switch his hustle. He's still out. And so, and this is my mindset was like, all right, cool. I could take the route and try to get all these bitches that's gonna fuck all these niggas when I get locked up in the pen through these years, and take that route because it looks good for the right now. Or I could take the longer route and take my 10, 15 years and perfect my craft and come up that way anyway.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? It's one or the other. And it's the same thing with music. It's like you can catapult and be the hottest thing in the year, or you can take a longer route and be like, stick around and people be like, oh shit, you a household name, but I ain't know what you look like. And then you decide like, okay, I'm finna start putting out. Now it's the time that I wanna, you know, start changing things around. Cause it's like, all right, now everybody doing the same thing. I know I got a different sound. Let me see if this shit works. You know what I'm saying? It's just how I look at things.
That's kind of what you're thinking when it comes to like dropping your own music now?
Yeah, most definitely. It's like, okay, everybody want to talk about this thing, which is nothing wrong with it. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. I don't judge nobody. You do your thing, but I see holes and gaps and I try to fill them in. Like when I was in the projects, I didn't have to tell everybody I had weed or I had dope. I fuck with who I fuck with. This what's going on. I don't really too much work outside of my circle because I know when this get to moving, you got to worry about other shit going on. You got to worry about niggas that think they could rob you. You got to worry about, you know, feds. You got to worry about people. You know, you got too much to worry about when you cocky, bro. You got your head is up here and you got all this shit going down here that's trying to bring you down. But if you stay level, you can see everything. It's the easiest shit in the world. It's like, shit, I can see it. I can walk around with my head high and not see my fall and my demise, or be humble about it and see everything and decide when it's, you know what I'm saying, time to move.
Oh, so what was it like when you first moved to Atlanta? Who were some of the first artists and stuff that you linked up with?
Man, my boy Short Dog, Young Money. Who else I linked up with? Yo, Atlanta kind of changed. Ludacris, you know what I'm saying? I sold my first beat even though Gucci was the first person to rap over my beat in Atlanta, Luda was the first person to cut me a check in Atlanta. So I kind of went, through different stages in Atlanta too, because I got paid like $12.5 for a beat, and he didn't even use it. Like, it didn't even go on his album. Like, back then, niggas was getting checks. Even if they rapped over it,
wow.
Send us the track outs and we'll get this settled. We don't want you to play this beat for nobody else. It used to be like that. Like, niggas would get a check. 10, cool. And bam. And this nigga ain't even use it. Like, it ain't even come out. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be like that. And then after a while, that died down, and it was like, now we emailing beats now. We ain't going to session. Now we emailing beats. And it was like, niggas is rapping over beats for free when I came from, you know what I'm saying? Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Who finna rap over? Oh, no. And then I started seeing niggas blow like Kane on the beats. He had us run with Lil Wayne and KY. It was Drake was at Hot Beats. Like, I've been through all that. Like, I've seen everything. Like, it's nothing in Atlanta that I ain't been around. I ain't seen, pop off. Like I'll be working with Justice League and they manager be like, yo, this guy in the back, Drake, he's gonna be like the biggest thing. And I go play beats for Drake, you know what I'm saying? Before, he even like pop off. And I seen him like, damn, it happened like that, you know what I'm saying? So like in Atlanta, it kind of fucked me up because I started seeing like in Benton Harbor, you don't really see nobody's dreams take off. And then in Atlanta, you start seeing like people had a day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas really get their day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, even in producing wise, like, Kane would be like, yo, C-Note, you better start giving KY beats. You know what I'm saying? When getting Wayne, I'm like, man, them niggas ain't paying for no mixtape shit. Hell no, niggas ain't finna hear no rapping over no C-Note beats. And guess what happened? I seen Kane take off. I was like, well, damn. Got hits on the radio. Like, man, can I submit y'all some beats, Mr. Young Money? You know what I'm saying? And then, I get back into my Ben Harbor mode. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? You just ain't nobody noticing my beats. And then you see stuff like I started working with Rocco, and then you see Future. You know what I'm saying? He right across the street from, right across from me. You know what I'm saying? You start seeing people have their days. Like, even no matter what you think about them, you start seeing people have their days. Then you see Mike Will blow up with, bam. Because it's like, they wanted to work with each other to get a goal done instead of it just being business. And you know what I'm saying? I had to get that out of my mind. Like, everything. Sometimes it could be a barter thing. Like, okay, let's work and get to a place. And then let's, you know what I'm saying? We'll figure it out. So, it's all about how you hustle. I've been here for a minute.
What's some of the differences in Atlanta in like 2009 versus 2019?
Oh, shit. In Atlanta? Boy, Atlanta be going through some stages, man. Like, in 2009, I think that everybody was Roscoe Dash. They was on that dash. Everybody was singing.
Mohawks with the spray paint.
The Mohawks with the paint on the side. That was culture shock for me. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, man, I used to call my brother, niggas down here with tight pants and, you know what I'm saying? But they going crazy over this shit, man. But, it was like culture shock. And then I go down to Macon, like in Ben Harbor, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, niggas don't really dance. Like, niggas weren't really dancing back at that time. Like the gangs, like the people I hung around, like we was gangbanging. We was, doing weren't really dancing like that. So it kind of like fucked us up. And then I go down, I was signed to this guy named Kenny Cole. He had a group named Seaside. And we used to go all over like the South and shit. And we went to Macon one time. This the funniest shit I ever seen in my life, dog. We went to Macon one time and nigga was like, big, he like, nigga, this Crip, and we'll shoot this whole bitch out. Now we finna walk it out. And I was like, this nigga just say he finna shoot this motherfucker out there, just started like dancing like that. Man, get me out of here, man.
Hell no.
Like it was a culture shock. But see, coming from one environment to another environment, gangsters dance, you know what I'm saying? It ain't about, like, up here, it's like, you can't show no weaknesses because they gon', you know what I'm saying? Right. The dogs are different, you know what I'm saying? The animals are different, you know what I'm saying? In every hood. And so I had to realize that just because this nigga dance don't mean he won't kill you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like, all right, it is what it is.
Shoot
Like,
it out and walk it out.
now on everything, man, the nigga damn near scared me for like 2 seconds. I was like, well, damn. Like, these niggas, yeah. Then he started dancing. I was like, oh, man.
That's funny.
He almost had me as a fan. And then, but yeah, it was just, culture shock, man. It's different, you know what I'm saying? But it's gangsters everywhere, and it's, you know what I'm saying? And then as I grew, and you start realizing, like, it's a lot of things that we get tricked. You know what I'm saying? It's a trick. You start seeing that in every hood, and you start seeing the process of the thoughts from being this type of person to this type of person. Like, you be around Puffy, and this is how I get my mindset. Like, you be around Puff them, they more of a positive mind, think of positive ways to do things. And then you go over here, everybody's negative. Oh, this ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. And then you start understanding, you know what I'm saying? Okay, now I get it. You know what I'm saying? Karma is real. That is really real. You know what I'm saying? The people that have positive outlooks on things, positive things happen for them. The people that have negative outlook on things, they tend to have negative things out. It's your energy. You know what I'm saying? That's real.
Would you say like the trap scene has shifted from like everyone wants to be in Atlanta to work and stuff to like LA?
Everybody do work in LA. And the thing about Atlanta births shit. LA is where people go to work, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you want to be in Atlanta, Atlanta go in classes. You got the class of Metro, Southside, CNO. Then you got the class of Pierre. You know what I'm saying? It's classes of people, and they, you know what I'm saying, they working right now. It's a class right now that we probably ain't even heard about, but they finna come up right now. And by the end of the summer, you're gonna hear a gang of new people. Atlanta birth shit, period.
Right.
Atlanta is all the creativity is here. People, like, it's full. Like, I remember going down 285 and there don't be no traffic. Like, I remember that shit.
Wow.
I hate going on 285 and 85 now
When I
around
was
5
little.
o'clock, man. It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, like, where all these motherfuckers come from? But it's a melting pot of creative people, you know what I'm saying? And they're seeing people like me, Metro, people come down here and really make it if you apply yourself.
Yeah.
And to me, that's why I say Atlanta is like the mecca of music, period, or trap music, or whatever. Atlanta's going to be the mecca because their parents, they come from Martin Luther King. You know, they used to, even if they don't like each other, they're going to click up and make something happen. You know what I'm saying? In Michigan, if I don't like you, fuck you forever. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a difference.
Pride
like, you
gets
know,
in the way too much of that shit.
huh?
Too much pride gets in the way of shit.
Yeah, too much pride getting down here. You know what I'm saying? They used to, working things out. And even, that's even with Jewish people, man. You see them, they can argue about work, but they can separate that and be like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Right, be cordial.
They can be cordial. Like us, if we don't like each other, like, you know what I'm saying? Like in Michigan, like, if you don't like somebody, you better not hang with them. And it's just like, man, that's, you know what I'm saying? That's a self-destructive attitude now that I look at it. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
I feel like being in Atlanta, you can be like on the cutting edge. Like you can get into loops like before, real early, you know what I'm saying? If you're dope and you're cool and humble and shit like that.
Yeah, exactly. You can get into those loops and, you can make things happen because of, they understand collaboration. You know what I'm saying? Things of like in the Midwest, it's more harder to get on because at first we ain't understand collaboration. It was like my crew versus your crew. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like, come together, you can make something happen, man. You don't never know what combination unlock some shit, some special shit. So that's the reason why I usually do things like by myself. That's a Midwest mentality. I just started collaborating, so you know what I'm saying?
In 2019 is the best way to build your career as a producer, to start with an artist and work up with an artist?
I would say so. I would say it's easier because, like, me for example, right? I got records with anybody you can name. I got records with them, right? But I don't have a Like I don't have a tape with, many people. You know what I'm saying? Most people, it's the easier route. I took that's a hard route if you ask me. Just work with this person, get a placement here, work with this person, get a placement here. Because now you scattered everywhere. Right. But if you get with one artist and they take off, you concentrate it. You concentrate it right there. So now the spotlight is on you and that artist, and you can do whatever you want to do with the spotlight. But if I'm here and everywhere, it's just like, okay, we here, but you know what I'm saying? It's kind of harder, but it might have a bigger payoff. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying for right now, like I'm like, yo, that's the easier route.
I'm surprised you never locked in a whole tape with Gucci.
Yeah, me and Gucci did like we was working on the tape, but then it's just like what I did like with the CNOTE'S versus Gucci series. It was like I just compiled all the old songs that we did and then put it out. But it's timing for everything. You know what I'm saying? When people, it's timing. Like me and Gucci do got tapes though. I did the lean tape. He had the tape with Metro.
Oh yeah,
and then,
okay.
Me, you know what I'm saying?
The lean, gas, and Molly. Whatever.
Yeah, we did that, and of course the CNOTE'S versus Gucci, and then I did the movie soundtrack. What's The Shop? I think. What was the name of it?
Oh, it's a little movie.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the movie though. But
yeah, Rocco.
Yeah, Rocco. Yeah. Like we did a couple of things, but as far as like timing, like my sound though, but you got to understand, like my sound at that moment that I'm experimenting might not be what they looking for at the moment or what's working. They Metro might be hot. So when CNOTE'S come in with his experimental ass beats, it might be like nigga, they hard, but that's not gonna get us on the chart in their head. I'm like, well, maybe you'll catch on like maybe 2 or 3 months down the line, come back and play the same beats and they get it. You know what I'm saying? It's basically what your mind be on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the type of producer to be like dancing around the room, making you want to like rap. I just put the beat on, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hyping up, yo, bro, that's the hardest.
I don't really be hyping my beats.
We hear a lot of producers saying like that's important to do though.
It is important, and that's why, you know what I'm saying? It is. I mean, shit, whatever work. Me, I like to humbly like be that nigga. You know what I'm saying? I like to put something on and the whole room be like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I like to do. I don't have to like, you know what I'm
Sell
saying?
You on why it's
be a
hot.
salesman.
Yeah.
Like you hear that snare right there?
You hear that snare? Check it out, nigga. Ooh, this part right here. It don't really be that hard, but I said the nigga sold the shit out that motherfucker and he made a hit to that bitch off of that energy. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's the nigga making a hit. That's the energy you bring into it. You come my confident, cocky ass in here. Yeah, you gonna write it? All right, cool. Like, yeah. Maybe if I came in and added more energy, I have like 20 hits on the radio instead of 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
How have you managed to stay relevant, reinvent your sound without, like, for instance, the Lex Luger era, jumping on that wave, jumping on Metro sounding beats, you know what I mean? Jumping on last year, the guitar type beats.
I am the wave, bro. You got to create your own wave. Like I never, like I you know what I'm saying? I come up from this mixture of music. Like if that's what you're doing, that's what you're doing. And but this is what I'm doing over here. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, like, I go through this shit too. On everything I love, I go through, like, when I'm making nothing but beats at 120. Everybody is at 155, 140. That's what's working on the radio and everybody.
Yeah.
See, you ain't got no fast beats? 120, my nigga. That's what it is, like 120.
Salesman. No, 120.
That's what I got. That's what it is. Is the work. This shit. That's what worked for me. 120 works for Cena. 120, 122, 126. That works for me. You know what I'm saying? I could Metro was telling me like, man, you should do your beats like 81, 80. You like 120, my nigga.
Do you ever feel like that's your only disadvantage in the game? Like,
yeah, that's something I have to work on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I even read that sometimes. Like, yo, Cino to be a monster if he speeded his beats up. So I'm like, I'm quit being a dickhead and just speed my shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it works. You know what I'm saying? I did a couple of 100 beats and 100 BPM. Just being outside yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, start taking constructive criticism. You know what I'm saying? Just trying new things because it's like, I really love experimenting around, you know what I'm saying? That's like, I just feel like it's just like, that's my niche, you know what I'm saying? I like experimenting around 120 to 36 around that area. You know what I'm saying? But then you got the 136, the 144. And I'm going to tell you where that 140 came from. The 140 came from fucking Fruity Loops.
A fact.
That's the default.
That's
Because
the
it's
default.
the default fucking thing. Like the
Yeah.
120 came from
Exactly.
MPC.
Like, oh
wow.
The 120, the MPC default is 120. So I work off the MPC. That's the default. That 140 era came from fucking Fruity Loops.
Wow,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
crazy, bro.
Why they do that shit?
Like you look in your
man?
folder, like my folder, and be like, I'm like, dang, I got all these ones.
Because you ain't funny, because you not funny, bro. Because you not gonna go through that bitch and be like, oh yeah, today I'm gonna make a beat like 150. No, you gonna
Right.
go right in there, and then you start like after
That's
you make a beat
crazy.
so many times at that tempo, you automatically
Start hearing stuff
Hear
at
it
that
at
Muscle
time.
that
memory
tempo.
type shit.
Yeah.
Bro,
Huh?
Muscle memory
that's
type.
crazy.
yeah, like you
bruh.
automatically start hearing the beats at 140. If you open it up and it's 140, you hear a 140 beat.
Dang.
Bro,
Like
literally,
if I
that's
listen when I play around, I'm playing around automatically at 120. You know what I'm saying? It's just automatic. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, every time I make a beat, bro, it's 140 and I just change it. Like I could finish a whole beat and then I'd be like, what the fuck? Because it's the same. It start like
you can't. Yeah, you can't help
shit
it. That's
crazy.
exactly. So the fucking software companies, man. They you know what I'm saying. I know exactly. I've been for a minute. I remember when Fruity Loops used to get frowned upon. Like,
All right.
nigga, like, man, them Fruity Loop ass beats. I'm like, yeah, nigga, I got the motif though. You know what I'm saying? Man,
Right.
Fruity Loops. Man, after a while, shit. Can't do that. Okay.
Are you on Fruity Loops now? Or you?
Oh, yeah, I'm on everything, but I'm still working with the MPC. That's like my bread and butter. But I was making beats with Cash Money and AP. He be teaching me stuff like, but I'm not used to like looking on the screen. I'm used to,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? I'm used to that. You know, that's when you get that doom, doom. You can't, you can click it in, but it's gonna take like, you know what I'm saying?
So before the MPC Studio came out, you were using straight hardware still?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Straight like all that old Gucci shit was an MPC 2500 on a Digio 2 with the Motif 6, Phantom XR. So when niggas was using like I always had that like I used to like bring all my shit to the brick house the brick house. Like if you go and look at it on that studio when me, Metro, and Gucci on there, he like, you know what I'm saying? I'm playing the beat. You will see all my shit. I had a Phantom XR, the Motif.
YouTube?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Oh yeah, Metro. You guys in that
still
studio?
I still have all like that was my room. I used to have all that shit set up down there. Like it sounds different, but you know what I'm saying. All of it make money. So you know.
What was the transition like from going from boom bap to trap beat?
I ain't really never been no boom bap type nigga, man. Like I could do it, but you know what I'm saying? I always been a trap beat type nigga.
So even like when you were in Michigan, you were kind of making trap beats?
Bro, go listen to my fucking CDs in 2003. You'll hear you'll hear some shit, bro. You'll be like, that nigga CNO been on that wave in 03, 02. A lot of shit that niggas doing. CNO been on it. You know what I'm saying?
Were you like the only person up there listening and stuff like that? Or was it everybody kind of on it?
I was creating my own sound, bro. Like, it's a sound that I could say I influenced a lot of the way that the shit, you know what I'm saying, is. And I was influenced by the sound too, though. It was a producer named Young Juvie who influenced me. It was Toomp, Shorty Red. They influenced me a lot back then. Toomp, Shorty Red, and this nigga named Young Juvie off of this one beat he made for the Franchise Boy called Riding Rims. And you go back and look into this song called Riding Rims by the Franchise Boy. He got all this drum shit going like. That's where that shit came from. I took that shit and was like, oh, I got it. Yeah, that nigga going. That's the wave right there. And so I don't think I like to give people their props. You know what I'm saying? That Riding Rims song, Franchise Boy, Ride Rims, that beat right there is the reason why like a lot of it's the daddy of a lot of beats. It's the grandpa of a lot of beats, that Ride Rims beat. Yeah. I gotta give it to him. Facts.
I had a question about like when you're actually producing, do you spend a lot of time like actually designing a sound from the bass, or do you use a lot of presets?
I don't use no presets.
So you sound design everything.
I sound design everything. From my strings to the way, like I might have this instrument only play at from C6 to G8. And don't play down here. So you can hear these, like, I sound design. Like, I do
like
that
you
shit.
do it.
Yeah, I do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I stack 8 sounds and all of them playing, and then you hit this motherfucker, and this shit have a different accent. Like, I like doing that. Like, if you listen to 20 minutes, I designed that sound. Like, nobody, hey, where you get that set from? Nigga, I designed it. You're never gonna find it, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You don't use VSTs?
Huh?
You don't use VSTs?
I do use VSTs, but I make them do what I want them to do.
I know you said in your Genius, you mentioned the VIP, the virtual instrument player.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. Y'all know about that?
No, that's the only heard about it from the.
Yeah, that's great. Talk about that, like how you can layer Omnisphere and like with any you can layer VSTs.
You can layer sounds. Like you can layer any. It take your VSTs and it categorize them. So you could type in horn and all the horns from all your VSTs pop up. Horns from Alchemist, Omnisphere, horns from Contact. It just pop up and be in right there, and you can just go through them right then and there. I think
and layer them, right?
You can layer them.
Yeah, so you
up
can
to eight of them.
Play 8 different VSTs at one time.
Yeah, you play 8 different VSTs at one time. And, you know,
Crash
so your computer need to be
about to get crashed.
Oh, I got the top. I spent 10,000 on my computer. For that, you know what I'm saying?
For the viewers, before they try to, you know.
Oh yeah, make sure y'all finna be so mad. If you got like 4 gigs of RAM, bro,
it's over with.
It's over. Fucking do it, man. That motherfucker weigh that wheel. Hey, that wheel gonna get the turn.
Wait, and then what is it? Not the launcher has stopped working.
That's
that bitch go. Hey, that bitch. Hey, even now though, that bitch will crash a program. Like you know what I'm saying? That motherfucker will crash some
on
shit.
The computer spinning.
Is that something that comes stock with FL, or is that? Or I mean, not with FL, with MPC.
No, you got to buy the Kai 49.
Oh,
you got to buy the board.
It
come with the board.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Jam.
So, yeah, that shit will crash your shit. That shit will freeze your shit up if you ain't prepared for war, man.
So you know about like all like the sine waves and like the it's like some real like
I know that shit.
Deep in there.
I know that shit, bro. I sat there and like shit, nigga. If I could sit down and look at niggas cooked up all day, or sit down and figure out, like, you know what I'm saying, you got to do this. You can figure out like your craft, bro. Like you can switch your hustle.
True.
You have to switch it up. I can study this shit, bro.
Right.
Like I can study everything about it. I can study Quincy Jones. It's the same thing. I just applied the hustle to this field. Like you sitting up here and you playing with your life, and you playing like doing shit that can get you like life in jail, in prison, like 10 years. Like you can switch it and go over here and really apply yourself and apply yourself to be great. You might be fucked up for a couple of years, but once you unlock that motherfucker, boy,
it's over with.
Right. It's a wrap.
It's over with.
So why spend, like, it just seemed like the better path to me. Like logically, this seems like the better path.
Right.
Like if I apply my energy, I might miss out on a couple of parties, or miss out on a couple of, you know, females or something I could have fucked with. But guess what? That's gonna come back around.
Twice as much. Quadruple.
I know my fat ass ain't supposed to be talking to some girls. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You be like, damn. You motherfucker, hey man, motherfuckers think you Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like for real, like, you know what I'm saying? The shit come back around. It's about what you invest your time, your time in, and even with my album, that's science. You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanna, you know, practice better thinking for the people that come from that, you know, what we influenced by versus what we really should be, you know what I'm saying, focused on. You know what I'm saying? Building and not begging. That's what we on, you know what I'm saying? So
let's talk about the album. I was listening through it, you know, I heard some beats from my boy Bobby Critical. I heard Black Metaphor on there. Who all played a part in the album, and just tell us about how it came about.
You know, I got the production team, Honorable Court. Shout out to Honorable Court, man, to my guys. You know what I'm saying? We got a little group chat. You know, they be sending me beats, and, you know, I critique them, and, you know, but, you know, Bobby Critical, I've been knew Bobby for years when he first came from South Carolina. That's my brother. Black Metaphor, same thing. Darrell, you know, he Honorable Court. M80, Honorable Court. Nirel from the East, he Honorable Court. And so I just wanted to, like, okay, me as a rapper, you know, people not used to seeing that, but then I wanted to work with other producers as well, as long as my shit, like, like kind of take on the same concept that people have been taking on here. You get 2 or 3 honorable C-note beats, and then get the rest of the stuff from
Right.
So that's what I
That's smart.
I just applied the same type of thinking to my thing, and then that's how that came about, man. I just love giving other producers their shine. You know what I'm saying? Like if you look at the credits, they is under it. You know what I'm saying? My boy PC Beats came and helped me mix it, so it's all in house for real.
Oh, are you doing it through a label or all independent?
No, all just come out of my pocket. So go down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
Run
no,
them
ain't
numbers
no.
up.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I ain't signed to no pub deal. I ain't signed to no labels. Just C-note.
You
know what I'm
never
saying?
have signed?
I did.
Mm.
I did sign. He tried to lock your boy in, but I got about that bitch on the head. So
Can you tell us some of the things that made you not want to sign to a label?
it's not like me not wanting to sign to a label. It's 2000. It's gonna be 2020, man. Like it's time to come with a new game plan. Like you know what I'm saying? A new long game. Like, if somebody come with a deal that I can't refuse, then we could take it. But right now it's just like, hey man, practice on your craft. Like I come from selling dope. I practice on my craft. Nah, this is what I want to do. I'm gonna apply the same thing that worked for me. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna work. You know what I'm saying? It's just being consistent. And anything you do, bro, if you're consistent in it, it's going to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's from working with Gucci. I've seen so many artists. They're consistent. They drop an album, and guess where they at? They back in the studio the next day. Like they ain't just dropped the hardest album in the world. They back in that bitch. Like, oh yeah, we back. It's the same hustle. Like, nigga, if you get off some work, you gonna stop. Oh man, I ain't gonna hustle again today. No, shit. You got you gonna. It's the same shit. You just have to switch. So I apply this. It's the same rules, man. It's just what do you put your energy towards? You know what I'm saying?
When you first started making beats, did you have like a disciplined schedule of like I'm gonna make beats for X amount of time every single day, or did you just
Hell
like,
no. I need to make beats every day, all day. I'm on it. I don't know if this shit gonna work. Hey, when I was going like on that part, it was like shit. I don't know if this shit gonna work, but every day, all day, I'm on this. I'm sleep and eat this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It just pay off. Like, even I went through, like Nipsey say, I went through every fucking emotion. You know what I'm saying? Doubt, not gonna work it, praying, all that. I went through it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a process.
And what about now? What about now? Like, what's your daily schedule, or like what time do you spend making beats? And like in 2019, like, are you making beats every day, or do you develop your craft where you can make maybe 2 beats?
Yeah,
today?
I develop my craft. I ain't got to do nothing now. I could just. I'm gonna hit. I'm like Kobe, like, you know what I'm saying?
I done shot so many jump shots.
Yeah, you done shot so many. Like I know I'm finna go in here and make some heat. Like it's not even like I know. Like I ain't gotta touch a beat machine in 2 months. I know I'm finna go in here and make some heat. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was just like, oh, I gotta start rapping, bro. Like I need something to challenge my brain. Like it, I studied everything. I could do pop shit. I could do filters. I can mix. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm A1 in the studio now. I spent some time in that motherfuckers. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I done spent some time in it. So now it's like, as a rapper, can you change from your brain? Can you help with the narrative of giving a lane for people to see another way to do music as an artist?
Say that again.
Can you from your brain make people like start a new wave of what people are talking about and what people see as an artist in the future? Like, can you make that lane? You know what I'm saying? As an artist, that's my thing. It's like, can you change the narrative? Can you make being smart cool?
Gotcha.
Can you make like doing can you make, you know what I'm saying, being a businessman cool? Can you make as a rapper, you know what I'm saying? Can you make owning houses? Can you make, you know what I'm saying, making sure that your neighborhood is doing what it needs to do to survive and not get over gentrified? You know what I'm saying? Can you make that cool as an artist?
Yeah, so you wanna put like a positive image on rapping?
I want rappers. I hate putting stuff in box, bro. Like it makes my skin crawl when people try to put something in a box. Can you make this this
Mm-hmm.
without the box? Can you make?
So
It's
you
kind of
see a
hard to
void-
explain,
so you see
bro.
a void right now in
Yeah.
the narrative, and you just wanted to show like, look, it doesn't have to be just this. Like,
Yeah, it don't have to be
I
just
get what you're
that.
saying.
You know what I'm
but you
saying?
just want to like
I just wanted to make something like
kind of ease it up.
level the playing field. You know what I'm saying? More like, you know what I'm saying? Can you like this little kid, man, who's like in a project, can you give him more options than just hooping
being
and
a
doing
rapper.
entertainment? Can you
Right.
give him more options? Can you make
Yeah.
him see a void in his neighborhood and fill that void?
Mhm.
All right, for instance, property management. You got all these houses that's property managers make it hard for people to enter houses. They go up on rent. You have to be this certain type of make this certain. Can you make a property management company to combat that management company to help your people get in those houses and help that, you know, just make other ways to think to make money. You know what I'm saying? It don't have to be just that. Like it's like you don't see a lot of people in other nationalities rapping or doing that stuff, but they're making money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Can you open up other ways for people to see
Other
that?
lanes and stuff.
Other lanes for people to see that. Other things like, you know, the other day I had I was like, yo, you know, we was riding and I took them to like, you know, sometimes I'll go to the project, grab a couple kids and have them ride with me. And I take them out and I'm like, yo, them some nice houses, right? Yeah. Do you know that your dollar bought that? Your dollar bought that house for them. They're living good off of your dollar.
What you mean by that?
Like, you
Like
know,
you supported their business.
yeah, you supported their business. Now, can you make something and fill a void for your own people to support and really be a good businessman about it? You know, stuff like that. I don't really like talking about it.
That's a
'cause,
whole
like,
nother.
That's a different level.
That's a
you
It's
know what I'm
different
saying?
levels.
But it's just like,
we know we understand. That's a whole nother level though.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
it's
we
definitely
understand for sure.
definitely a different level. You know what I'm saying? It's just, can you make that? Can it be safe for me to have some kids? You know what I'm saying? I don't have no kids and I don't really want no kids, but you know what I'm saying? Can it be safe for me to have some kids? Can I, you know what I'm saying? They might not be, you know, I want to make bright people. Like,
So I want to give an opportunity for you to highlight some of the things that you're doing outside of music. Are there any business ventures for anyone that's watching it right now? They're like, okay, he's talking about.
I just rather show. I don't rather talk about it. Not right now. It's still babies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're still babies, but
seed form.
Definitely sound good though, for sure.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I don't really like talking about that right now, man. It's just something I'm never like, you know, honorable CNO, but you're just not figuring out what I look like. That's what type of hustler I always been. I always been the nigga that got shit popping and it's popping, but you don't know it's popping. And you know, if something is babies and seeds, I don't mess with my babies. You know what I'm saying? I let them grow and see what they grow into.
Right.
You
I
know
think
what
that's
I'm
the
saying?
opposite of the current mindset. Most people are like, they got an idea and they're talking about it like
Like it's the greatest
I'm about to
shift
do
in the
this
world.
and this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but see, why would you do that for people to look down on it or give people room to hate on what you did, what you got going on? You really wanted to succeed.
Right.
Like, we're programmed to look at shit and be negative about it. Like, we're programmed to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying?
what?
Our culture. Like, we're programmed to look at stuff and be like, oh, that shit ain't gonna make it. Well, it's not our culture. I wouldn't say our culture, but where, you know, my state of mind, where I'm from, my mind used to think like that. And so if I know how I used to think, I don't want you know what I'm saying? I put myself in everybody. Everybody think like the old you, CNO, and that's what you combating. Even though it might not be true, in my head, it's like everybody think like the old you.
I feel like that's kind of true though. For sure. Like I remember seeing like Lil Nas and I was like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? Like just negative. Like it's plenty of artists. I was like, what the hell? Like,
and shit pop off on your ass.
Even
right?
21, I was like, that shit hella violent.
Like rather than being like, oh, Lil Nas, yo, this is tight. This is really gonna be the next.
Yeah.
Like,
You ain't gotta kiss ass. If you don't like it, you don't like it, bro. But it's just like,
but it's just not like shooting it down.
When I see shit, if I don't like it, I just don't say nothing. I just look at it and be like, okay, that's what we gonna see what it grow into.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We gonna see if it grow legs or not. Like a caterpillar don't know it's gonna be a butterfly. I don't think. But I'm a little motherfucker be cocky. I ain't digging no dirt today, bitch. I can't wait till I get my win.
Wait till I bust out this cocoon,
Wait till I bust out this bitch. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just like shit. It just take time for shit to grow. You know.
Right.
You got any pet peeves with the game today?
Do I got any like things that I don't like?
Yeah.
I don't talk about shit I don't like. I try to come with the narrative to to change it. I don't talk about shit I don't like no more. It's just
Or the ways you think the game could be better.
I'm working on it.
So you wanna kind of do it instead of talking about it. You just wanna,
I don't talk about shit.
wanna
Bro.
handle
I
it.
do everything. I do it. I do it. I do it. I come with the headaches of it. Oh, it involves headaches too. Headaches. I take on the headaches. I take on the doubts. I just do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even talk about shit no more because it's like, what's the use of talking about it when you could be moving? And then when you start moving and people start seeing the direction you move in, your lane get easier. You know what I'm saying? It start getting easier because people that's on that same route you on start seeing that shit and be like, oh, like the other day I seen a video. This dude been asking me for beats, but this morning I seen this video and I'm like, oh shit, we kind of on the same shit. Okay, bro, he go a pack of beats. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like you have to take the initiative and get out here and hustle for people to see your vision. And if we meet up, it's gonna happen, bro. You know what I'm saying? You just can't stop.
We got some fan questions we had, like I said, we had put out for people to submit some questions that they had and wanted us to ask you. Let's start it off with we already asked about the distortion one. We already asked about the difference between back then and now. JP Track says, what's your favorite key to make beats in?
Black keys. I don't know keys, bro.
Black keys.
Sharps and
fuck
flats.
with the black keys, man.
That's like
Bro.
gospel. That's a lot of gospel music and soulful
Hell
music. Made from
no.
the black speed. Yeah. The
No,
pentonic scale?
that's dark.
Gospel music and black keys?
Yeah.
Gospel music is white keys, bro. The white keys is supposed to be happy, and that's not it.
No, well, I know
I thought it was
I thought it was some mix, like, you know what I'm saying? Some complex mixture.
like the black. I literally play black key. That's why my shit be like, you know what I'm saying? It'd be dark. Like I done mastered that shit. You know what I'm saying? So whatever.
You ever transpose a note down and play it just?
Oh yeah, I always transpose because I don't want my beats to sound the same. So I always transpose. You know what I'm saying? But I'm on black keys. That's, you know what I'm saying? It should nickname me Black Keys. Like that's what I do.
Critical Beats, Critical's Beats says, how old were you when you got your first placement?
They'd be like, well, I don't know.
Shit.
25 or something?
25?
Yeah, I think it was 25. Yeah, Screws Loose, Gucci. Remember? Oh, well, yes. Well, Twister.
Tell them about the Sammy.
Oh yeah. So you know, I gotta apologize, man. The legendary Trackster is one of my guys I looked up to too. You know what I'm saying? I had a chance to work with him in Michigan through Erica Kane, my sister. You know what I'm saying? She was on that Get It Wet song. And he had offered me a contract. And the contract was like, you know, you're gonna give me, I was hurting too. I ain't had no money. He was like, you know, he'll give you $5,000 in return. You gotta make him like $20,000 in a year or something like that, or something like. And so I was geeked. I'm like, nigga, we finna be rich. Slam the contract on the table. Bow, nigga. $5,000. He was like the biggest dope boy, and it wasn't. He was like $5,000. Nigga, I'll give you $5,000. Listen, bro. If you can make $5,000, if you can make a nigga $20,000 in a year, what you think you can make yourself? And that to this day is the reason why I don't sign contracts. Like if somebody come with me $1.5 million, this nigga voice come in my hand and be like, nigga, if they give you $1.5 million, what you think you can make yourself? I mean, they see that value. They see in making more value. They see in making more money off of you right there. They see the value in you before you see it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so I be happy when the contract gets slapped on my end for 1.5. Like, oh, they say 1.5, and I'm really happy. You know what I'm saying? I'm for that. All right, shit. Let me go run this up real quick, man, so they can, you know what I'm saying? So they can triple that number. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely go off for that.
Like
so that it was a legit balling. That was my first placement. Legit balling. With Erica Kane. Yeah. She had moved to Benton Harbor, and she had found me, and she started taking me to Chicago. That's why me in Chicago is like You know what I'm saying? I moved through Chicago, shout out to my boy, White Boy James, you know, legit balling, all that. And then after that, Gucci, I got a song with Gucci on it. And I was like, oh shit, I gotta leave Michigan. You know what I'm saying? But it was something I prayed for. Like me and God really got like a pact. Like God be showing me stuff. So you know what I'm saying? Like we really got like a pact. So it was like, yo, oh, yeah, it's finna go down. It's finna go down. And then when it don't go down the way you go, I'm like, oh no, maybe that's not what he was talking about. So what keep me going is God too, though. I can't lie. You know what I'm saying? Like it like if God tell you something, it must be finna be big. Like you know what I'm saying? So it don't happen. You be like, damn, that ain't it. That ain't it. That ain't it. So it kind of keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Definitely feel that. You talked a lot about perfecting your craft. So when we talk Orgasmatron 187 said how
he
long?
freaky as hell.
I feel like we posted one of his questions
man,
before.
Orgasmatron, man. You freaky as hell, dog.
Why did I think you was talking about a VST? I was like, see, you messing around with Orgasmatron. What kind of sounds you making?
Man, he's so freaky, man. Hey, man. That nigga crazy.
I've heard his name before, too. I feel like it was like
that
one
nigga
of
make his beats
make
naked, man. He's so freaky, man.
Yeah.
Smooth as R&B beat.
But he said, how long did you make beats till they were good enough to be placed or good enough to make a career from it?
I always in my heart knew I made hard beats, bro. It's not a doubt in my mind when like I just knew. Like I walk, like if you study all the great people, they work hard, bro. They work hard. Ain't no secret thing that you can
just
do.
Think about success is gonna happen overnight.
You have to work hard, man. It's just like if you look at Kobe, man, a nigga works hard. Jordan, he work hard. Gucci, he work hard. You know what I'm saying? All the Migos, they work hard, bro. Like they work. Like I see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I work hard. My eyes is fucked up from looking at the computer screen so much. You know what I'm saying? I work hard. Period. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's good at what they do, they work hard. They go through the lessons to get where they go. If you think you're just gonna spend you get out what you put in. You know what I'm saying? Period.
You ever had any lazy runs or a time period where you were like fell off working?
Yeah, but guess what? The times that I was working hard made up for that time. You know what I'm saying? Like it was a time where I was overweight. You know, I'm still overweight. I'm still fat as fuck, but I was 500 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get most of that. So it was a time where I'd be tired of working out and boxing and doing all that to get that off me. But the beats that I had in the stash was
making up for this.
Yeah, making up for the time, keeping me going. You know what I'm saying? So now that I got my little regimen back and my body back adjustment, you know what I'm saying? I'm back to, all right, let me try rapping. And that was last year, bro. And I had, you know what I'm saying? I might just make one beat, but I thought I was falling off. But really, you sustain. You know what I'm saying? You kind of, like, you know, learn everything that you need to learn. Like, I might not be in the studio. I don't really work hard no more. It's really like, here, like this is what I got. Oh, let me start doing this. You know what I'm saying? But that comes from years and years of, like, you know what I'm saying? And the reason why, years and years of like ground pound going crazy, like every day, 20 beats a day, learning how to mix, listening to this. Like I did that for years. You know what I'm saying? Until it was time for me, like, oh shit, now I'm making some money. Okay, now I can relax a little bit. Let me work on my weight shit. Let me work on eating right. Let me work on reversing, because I had like some health problems I had to, you know, take care of, and that's what got me eating, being vegan.
Talk to us about that. You still on the vegan? I know you were talking about in that Red Beans and Rice song. You're talking a little about a health scare at the end there. You opened up a little bit about that. Yeah, like, you know, I was a pre-diabetic, high blood pressure. Like the doctor was like, yo, man, if you don't take these pills, you're definitely going to die. I'm like, well, damn. Like, damn. Wow. Like, so I took the pills and I'll be laying there and then my head would be flowing. I'm like, man, I'm not taking this shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I seen my grandma go from 1 pill to 3 pills, from 3 pills to 6 pills, from 6 pills to 9 pills.
And nothing's changed.
And nothing's changed. Right. Like she's getting worse. So I'm not taking that route.
Right.
And so, you know, me and my ex at the time, we'll be going through YouTube. YouTube. I am a graduate. I go to YouTube University.
Hey,
Bachelor degrees,
I have
masters,
a
PhDs.
master's in YouTube University. So that's where I found Dr. Sabi. Like, you know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
Dr.
You know what
Sebi,
I'm
for real,
saying?
for real.
That was before Nipsey or anybody was talking
Right.
about. I found
yeah.
him talking about this shit.
Alkalines and stuff.
Yeah, alkaline. So you put me on game, and then after a while, I seen Waka Flocka. Like, he was big as hell. Then out of nowhere, the nigga was skinny. I'm like, at the end, man, bro, what the fuck is you doing, bro?
Mm.
And he was like, oh yeah, I gotta hook you up with, you know, these doctors down here, you know what I'm saying? And and they put me up on fasting. And from fasting, I had learned from, you know what I'm saying, you know, Dr. Aman and Dr. Amsu. I do gotta plug my boys. Apologize.
Shout out Dr. Amon.
They're here in there.
Yeah, they're here in the A. Yep. And from fasting, I started like losing weight. But then fasting, I started realizing other things too. Like my mind started getting clearer from like a lot of the things that used to bother me don't bother me no more. Or a lot of things I used to be scared of don't scare me no more. Or a lot of things that used to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You start understanding it's really a spiritual war. Like when your body go through those stages of headaches, shimmering from food and crying, and then that motherfucker shut up. You be like, oh, you're just like a little badass kid, bro. Like really, you can really just like not cry. Like you can really like just go get some food from somewhere else. Like we got fat store, nigga. Like you know what? Like you will start talking to your body. Like I had an Achilles injury, that shit gone, all that shit from really just talking to my body, like understanding that my body is a different entity from who I am. Like you're a 3-part. Like you're amazing. Like everybody's amazing. Like you know what I'm saying. But you have to go through that threshold to get to learn that. Like you're gonna go through your own personal struggle, and nothing is given to you without sacrifice. So after you go through your little time of sacrifice, you're gonna be like, oh shit, damn. Like one time I had thought like I was fasting. I'm like, man, for some reason I started thinking about Michael Jackson, man, and you know what I'm saying. He had got his hair on fire for that Pepsi commercial. But I'm like, it'd be hard if I had a Pepsi commercial. You know what I'm saying? I was fasting. And guess what happened 3 months later? I got a sync for a Pepsi commercial, bro.
Right.
No cap.
Crazy.
And so I was like, oh, shit. Like, we powerful, man. Like, damn, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of things about us in this world that we're not educated on. And so just because you're systemly educated don't mean you're really smart. Because I know a lot of smart people with degrees that don't know how to make money. So does that make you smart? You could be spiritually like on some real shit. I know a lot of people, like if you go across seas and you go to Africa and stuff, there's people living in poor conditions, but they're happier than us. You ever thought about that? You ever thought why?
Nah.
Because you're not putting that type of food in your system. You're not putting those type of things, those type of waves in your mind, in your brain. Like when you were a kid, you ever just study kids? Like we're all big kids, but little kids, they don't give a fuck about nothing. They just be having fun and shit. They ain't get struck in by the world yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's best to, when you fast, it's kind of like you freeing yourself from all the junk that you done picked up along the way. The heartbreaks, the letdowns, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So when I went to Milan, there's another thing that helped. When I went to Milan, that food is real nasty to me. Like, I don't know what the fuck they do to this shit, but
where's Milan? Italy?
Yeah, I went to Italy. And I was like, man, this shit nasty as fuck. I don't want to eat this shit no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, fuck it. I'm on my weight loss shit. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm working out hard. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just, when I get back to the States, I'm just have to work out super hard. So I started eating nothing but they croissants. Every morning, croissant. But guess what happened to your boy? I lost 10 pounds.
Eating croissants?
Eating croissants, bro.
I thought you were going to say the opposite.
I thought you were going to say put on like 20.
No, I lost it. And that's when I figured out, I'm like, yo, okay, so the stuff in our stuff is confusing because it's like, it kind of confused me. So I'm like, yo, that's when I started figuring it out. You know, the stuff that they put in their bread and in our bread is different. We put more.
Ours is fake. Like fake bread and there's like real legitimate bread.
Our food is fake, period. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why it's nasty to me, because it ain't got as much sugar and all that other shit that we're used to eating. Right. So after I started fasting, now I can eat that shit and it tastes normal to me. If I eat this shit, I feel like I feel fat. Like I feel like super, like if I went back and ate like Yesterday I ate some bread for the first time in a long time. I felt like heavy. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you, bro.
That's like even going on a break from drinking soda, and like today was the first time I had soda in a while, and I was like, "Ooh, boy."
Yeah, like it shocked you, like right?
Yeah, but then I was like, it's not bad. But then,
Yep, and then guess what happened?
the re-addiction starts.
That's what's because it happened to me and Root Beer. Like right now, I'm on my bench. Like I just fasted for Ramadan, so I started drinking root beer. Like I can't stop drinking this shit, man. Like I can't stop drinking it. Like I'm like,
but you said no when we came in. It was a root beer sitting right there.
That was a test.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like
no, like you gotta treat yourself. No, nigga, we ain't doing it. No.
Right.
You know?
When you go on your fast, do you have the intention of we go on time?
We got 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes.
Do you go? All right, real quick. Do you go? What's your intention when you go into a fast? Is it solely to strengthen yourself, or is there like a spiritual reason behind it, or because some people will go on a fast just for the physical diet part?
I go on fast when it's time. Like if I do too much bullshit and I'm like catching like down waves, it's time. It's time to get back up to where I know I need to be. Like, yeah, it be time. Like, you know what I'm saying? I done did too much bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I done did too much fucking, too much smoking, too much everything. I'm catching it. You know what I'm saying? I'm catching the blues. I call it catching the blues, but it's really like depression, anxiety, all that stuff that come with that stuff. It's deep, bro.
Yeah,
but then
facts.
when you fast, you kind of like go back up to where you need to be and nothing bothers you no more. You like be like straight.
Right?
Yeah, you be really like on some thinking like you Albert Einstein and shit. I'm listening to books. Oh, you could never get me listening to books when I was like, come on, listening to what? Oh, just never doing that. But like when you get that shit, when you knock that shit off, you be open to it, bro. It's kind of like amazing, like for real.
I do that shit silently. I ain't even tell people I do that.
Audiobooks.
Yeah.
Hey, man. We got 20 seconds, but man, we appreciate you, man. It's been a dope episode, man. Everybody already knows where they go follow you. Honorable C Note.
At Honorable C Note. Make sure y'all download my album, Signs. I'm dropping next month, though. Now I'm staying in y'all niggas' face. Y'all got me fucked up.
Let's get it.
All right, y'all.
Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. We out.
Peace.